Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of what you call God, most gracious, astounding, grace and mercy. This is day 8, as my calculations have it, for Ramadan, the sacred Ramadan of the most holy, the Most High God, who sends angels to sit on top of his Kaaba to tell you that the Prophet Muhammad was not a false prophet. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You've been mistaught about Islam, and I'm here to correct that picture if I die doing so. Sheikh Saad is so powerful. They say he had a disciple in New York was doing all kind of crap. Sheikh Saad loved it. Sheikh Saad is 9,000 miles away in Africa. I'm going to tell stories. I'm a griot. Teach you about St. Tuba, rep. Because I know your language and I know your music. You my people. I was Americanized here. So I'm speaking, and I hope my God is big enough to speak to all of those who know God or who believe in God. I didn't ask you what religion you were. So, Sheikh Saad called this man. Man answered the telephone. Sheikh Saad said, take your feet off the table. Put that cigarette out. And get on a plane and get here to me. Each one of the sons and grandsons of Serene Tuba carrying in their luminous egg, they carry fibers that are filled with mercy and grace and different spiritual gifts. Here, each one of the houses of Serene Tuba has a meaning and a grace. Give me my hands, my lady. They're your hands, Lord, they're not mine. And I used them for so long for myself. Tell these people I'm not acting. I witness you. Like I told you, I want to praise you for all the things you allowed me to experience in this life. All the beautiful people I met along the way. You the Most High. Oh, Lord. Don't make me cry in front of these people. Oh, you're the Rahman and the Rahim. You let me meet Serene Solid, Lord. Oh. In the period before my great purification, I met a man. A man. This may reach you. This tape may reach you, farming. They call you farming, but that's not what I call you. I call you Nurani. Sheikh Nurani. They don't know you like I know you. He's a Tunisian Arab. He's a Tunisian Arab, he said. He lived in France for a number of years. And then he ended up giving everything up, his wife and everything. Everything he gave to Serene too. He speaks perfect Arabic, and he's an encyclopedia of Tasawwuf, day and night. For 2 summers, he was with me, and I was with him day and night, and he taught me so many things. It's in my subconscious mind. He was more than a human being, because no human being has that kind of knowledge. He was encyclopedic, but I didn't know that then. He's still in a body now, don't misunderstand me. I'm talking about his consciousness and what uses it sometimes. You don't know what I'm talking about, son. Some of you do. Day and night he taught me. He just taught me. I'm just telling you what happened to me and what I experienced. You do with it what you want. Get your IDs. I don't care what you get. You read. I experienced it. I stayed that time for 45 days into. I was with Sheikh Basil Chun, whom I love, in spite of what people put in his head about me. I tell the world I love Sheikh Basil Chun. I just don't agree with some of the things he's doing. But I love Sheikh Basil Chun. Was good to me. You like my music? Could you? You know I can't play no drum. 45 days, and it was time for me to give my benediction, come back home. Sheikh Bajal had given me a new white outfit, and I was clean to the soul of bone, from the head to the toe. I was clean. I had white caracas. I had beige, something like that, and maracas. They come from Morocco. These shoes back out, like house shoes here, but that's what they wear there. And I had a red fez that a sister had sent to me from Morocco, that I asked her for when she was going there. Beautiful sister. I met in an Arabic program at ISNA. She was from Philadelphia. A queen. She turned me on to some books by Sheikh Jelani, because I told her I had this experience with this saint. She said, "Do you know about the secret, the book of secrets?" I said, "No." She sent it to me. So Sheikh Jelani started coming to me. But back to my story, the Sultan of the Saints had all his knowledge. But I prayed for it, and God answered me. He sent me all of his teachings translated into English, and I got to meet the translator. The Sheikh was dealing with me, the spirit of the Sheikh, the saint. No, God has no partners, but he has delegation. And he has a spiritual government that governs this omniverse. They call it saint, and they of all faith. So came my time to see Serene Saudi. I stepped out the door and I had my fez on. They said, "Take off your hat, Ibrahim, the Sheikh." So I was looking for the Sheikh. Now, I wear glasses to read, not because I'm blind. And that day was looking for the Sheikh, and all I saw was Sheikh Bajal sitting on the ground, and the one they call Farmy sitting there, that I call Naran. I'll tell you why I call him that, maybe, if I can get to it. Music. And Blake want to play music. I know you don't believe. I don't care what you believe. I'm telling you what I experienced. I can't play no drum. I'm looking for the Sheikh, and I don't see the Sheikh. I see them. I see the tree where the Sheikh's supposed to be. I see a hammock, but the Sheikh is not in it. And they're saying, "Get down, Ibrahim," because we go down to the ground in front of our Sheikhs. We know what they're carrying from God. We don't stand up over our fathers. We don't do that even in their houses there. You lost your antecedents. We don't walk into a home in Africa and stand over our fathers and our mothers. No, we do not. We go down on our knees and we SIARE them because they created us. You know what I mean. We honor them. In Africa, there's no nursing home. It's an honor for them to take care of their parents and to see them through their last moments. They don't leave them forsaken, left in some barren room to be mistreated. They keep their parents. There's no nursing homes in Senegal. You talk about, yeah, they poor, but they got something we done lost. And they want to come running over here. But anyway, back to my story for my mystic lover. When I kept looking for the sheikh, and my mind was confounded because I saw everybody else was right there, and I didn't see him, and I saw everything else, but I didn't see no sheikh, and I just said, go down the sheikh, you know, the sheikh, Serene Sally, they said this, you know. Then all of a sudden, it's like you open up the hood of a car on a hot day in Harlem. I don't know why Harlem. Maybe 125th Street, and Lennox Avenue, your car stop or something. I don't know. You get out and you open up the hood and you see these waves of fumes, the fumes produce these waves you see in the sunlight. And I saw what was like these waves, and all of a sudden the sheikh was sitting in front of me, no more than 20 feet away from me, and he was waiting on me, and he was just looking at me, you know, because he knew what I was experiencing, obviously, and although they didn't. And that day, when I was before Father, he prayed some kind of prayer for me because I was filthy, you see. He knew I loved God, though. He knew what I wanted. I didn't want to be in that condition. It didn't match what I experienced in my bedroom years before, and I was way away from what I experienced in this bedroom. And when he prayed, it was strange. It's like everything lit up. I saw everything turn real green. There was a light around everything. I wasn't really aware of it until a little later. You know, I saw the glory of God around everything that was alive. And Sheikh B. Serene B. began to pray for me. And when he moved, I declare it was like the trees and the leaves were moving with him. And the flies were coming, and they were not violent. They were softly arriving, and they were coming to him, and they were coming for something, and they knew he had it, and he never agitated or struck at them. He just blew lightly at the flies. And I was standing there looking at this, you know. And then he blew that prayer on me, and then he went back to the left, and it was like he was in Tai Chi, Tai Chi Chuan. He became the Chi. It's the Chi. The Chi, what you call it by many names, this life force. Tibetans call it Tumo. Japanese call it Ki. Chinese call it Chi. Rakaba, Bakara, Karaba. It's called anything. Baraka. It's in there. Thank you for Ramadan, my Lord. And then he went back to the left, and He came back around again slowly to me, and he blew another prayer on me, and he went back to the left again. I never seen no man like this man. I never seen no man like this man. This man, he was one with all of life. He had reached that place. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. That my father's out of the body. St. Tuba wrote a cassette called Hookah Book, I think it's called, How We Weep Over the Saints When They're Gone from the Flesh. How we weep over them. We miss them, you see. We miss their physical presence, not their spiritual essence, if we're in touch with that essence. St. Tuba said, in the last days, his most devoted disciples would not speak for long. And I cannot speak for long. I speak a little. Because I always stayed in seclusion. I was not always yakking out in the field and in what they call that garden area. I was not always sitting out there running off at the mouth with them all day long, but drinking tea. But I did sometimes. Those are my brothers. And though they couldn't speak English, they loved me. And some of them really loved me in darker dudes, where they spit in my coffee and did that other thing. The wicked things they did to me while I was locked up, confined, and couldn't speak the language. And that was my test. Was I going to run or was I going to sustain it? St. Tuba went through hell, and I can't follow him that much. Yes, I can, Father. I will follow you. You were such a man. You were something else, St. Tuba. You so little. I see you, St. Tuba. Shake off and do bomb and back it. The grace you had from God is astounding. The Father came back a third time and he blew that third prayer on me. So we were going to see the great saint, Serene JAKHATIE. I see you, Father. I loved you. You love me too. You really love me. He told me some deep stories. He was known to just stick his hand in a box of clothes and pull out a fish, a live fish for people who were hungry that came to see him that didn't have no food. He was known to do this. He was known to one time strike the floor in a static utterance, and the floor opened up and they saw the sea. They saw the sea and they saw fish come up to SIAM'S him. This was my father. This was Serene JAKHATIE. Serene JAKHATIE. Abdoulay, you were great. But when I met you, you couldn't get up and make the salat. You could only sit on the floor. One time, I came to see you to get prayers and everything. You told Geesa, you said, no, today, Sheikh Ibrahim shall pray for me, for I'm still working out some things. And you said, what better man is it to pray for me than Sheikh Ibrahim? That just tore me up inside, because you're such a great saint. And you would always give me a deal. I'd give you what I give you. You turn around and give me more. I used to hug you. I don't care what nobody had to say. I come from America. We hug people. But you knew this and you accepted my hugs and you hugged me back, Father. But every time you hug me, you put something in me too. I didn't understand it then, so give me the state so I can talk, Lord. Don't overwhelm me, Father. So we were walking and we were going to see Serene JAKHATIE, Abdoulay JAKHATIE. His picture dawns in front of this video. That was my father. he promised me he would not leave the body until I got back the next year, because that's what I asked, and that's what I asked God for. And the day I got back, I went to see him, and I couldn't see him because he wasn't seeing nobody because he was dying. And I came back another time, and I couldn't see him, but I know he know I was there because his son, I'm sure, told him, because we spent time together. And then Geesey came and told me that my father was gone. A king was gone from the body. My king. Strange, I loved you. I love you. You're not dead. You just out the body. You with me. You will see me through in the spirit. Because we're not flesh, we are spiritual beings occupying a physical habitation. So we were walking and we were going to see him, and it was a hot day, but it wasn't a horrible day. It was a beautiful hot day, and everything was aglow, and everything was glowing. And I said, Farmy said to me, he said, Nurani said to me, he said, what's the matter, Ibrahim? And I said, Farmy, tell me what I just experienced. He said, what did you experience, Ibrahim? I said, Serene Sally wasn't there. You were there. Sheikh Basil's business buddy was there, and that was my friend too, that kept the records and everything with Sheikh Basil and finances and all. He was there. I said, you were all there, but Father wasn't there. And I said, and I was confounded, and y'all was saying, get down, Father. You know, the Serene Sally was there. He's waiting for you, and I didn't see him. And I said, then all of a sudden I saw these waves, and then all of a sudden I saw the Father. He had his prayer beads in his hands, and if I remember correctly, and he was waiting for me. And I said, what was that? Nurani said, Ibrahim, you're in a state of Hal. It's called Hal. He said it could last for a few minutes, it could last for a day, it could last for more than a day. He said if it becomes permanent, it becomes a station, a maqam. I said, but he disappeared, he came back. He said, what you saw, Ibrahim, the Sheikh was showing you something. It wasn't Farmy that was speaking to me. It was a great being in that moment speaking to me through Farmy. That's all I can say. He said, before Allah created anything, he was in a state of armor. There was no above and there was no below. He was enclosed and enclosed within his own self and glory and unmanifest. He said, and then Allah desired to manifest and he came out of armor. He said, Ibrahim, you saw the Sheikh in a state of armor. Some things should not be said to the masses, because if they blaspheme these things based on their understanding, they will see the hellfire. So even if you don't have any hadith to support what I'm saying, you need to sit down and listen. And love your brother. And nobody's made any threats to me. There's no problem with that. They're threatening themselves if they do that anyway. So I received that teaching. I didn't understand it in reference to my serene, but I do now. And I'm not saying my serene was God. I'm saying something else. I'm saying he had reached a station where there were times you would think he was God. there we were standing and everything was glowing. And I told him, I said, I don't think I can go see Father today. I said, I'm too exalted. And he said, it's okay, Ibrahim, you're going to be okay. It will pass. He's just having a state of awe. He said, praise God, or some things to that effect, and I did. But he was with me day and night, and it never ended what he was teaching me. And so one night, we were all in the compound together as the brothers slept together, and sometimes our feet would be sticking on somebody's leg and crossed over on somebody else, and that's the kind of love, and that's the way it was, and we were all on the floor on mats, and it was like, man, it was a beautiful experience, you know. We all ate together with our right hands, and they were touching while we ate around the silver bowl, so we were in prayer while we were touching one another. And we didn't eat in separate places, and this person over in the corner and all this. No. I never seen any Islam practice this way, and I don't see this practice in Saudi Arabia this way. I don't see this kind of connection. I'm not saying that all of them are righteous and all of them are good. I'm saying, but the brotherhood itself is pure. The intention is pure. What was behind it was holy. A person can go into this unholy and come out holy, because there's so much grace there. Those who speak English will understand me. Those who speak French won't. Some of you have enough spirit in you who are more to translate what I'm saying to them that listen. Sheikh Ibrahim is not sitting up on some high throne over here. I'm squatting on the ground like my father did. If God exalts me, it's because he puts me in a chair and lifts me above the weight of the world and the glue of the world, or above the soul of the world, which is in such pain right now. So this one night we would sleep, and he was sleeping to my left, and I was looking at him 1 minute, and I fell back asleep, and I woke. I woke on my left side, looking at the doorway, and the one we called for me was standing in the doorway, and he was looking at me, turning around and look at me before he walked out the doorway. I saw this with my own eyes in a waking state. But he had lights. He was lit up. He had lights shooting out from his body and his face. I saw this. He was glowing. And he wanted me to see this. That part of him. He was smiling at me. And I thought to myself, because I was still like wanting to go back to sleep, I said, where is he going this time in the morning? That's what I said, in my mind. He went on out the door, lit up, like that. It was not like real bright light. It was like, man, little lights were shining through him. It was strange. It was like little lights were shining, little beams of light were shining, laser beams of light were shining through his whole body and through his head and his eyes and everything. It was lit, it was light. And after that, I didn't call him for me anymore. I called him Nurani. He's my sheikh, my great sheikh of Tasawwuf, but it was Serene Al-Kidder that was using him. And he made me to know this before I left one summer. I let him borrow my mantle, and we got to Dakar, and he brought the mantle back into the house of Imam Fatou Ba to me, and I walked him to the car, and he got in, and as the car was driving off, he said to me, Ibrahim, you still don't know who I am? And I started to say it. Before I could say it, he just whispered it through his hands. He said, Al-Kidder. And some would say that was a joke. Those who say that Al-Kidder died, you better check with Sheikh Delani and his biography. It tells you that he was told by Al-Qaeda to stay in the wilderness for another 25 years, and he brought him food when he wanted him to eat, and released him from that seclusion when he wanted to release him to go into Baghdad to begin another period of retreat and seclusion before he became so great they couldn't sustain it. Sheikh Jelani, ready Allahu anhu upon you and more. You're the king. Nobody becomes a saint that bypasses you. What come to me is that is of all faith have to deal with you. You are the cause of Adam, and I glorify that glory in you that God put in you, Sheikh Jelani. And I praise you for teaching me Islam. You wrote all that for one student. You said that was sincere to ask you to leave your doctrine before you left this earth. I see you, Sheikh Jelani, Abdul Jelani. First master teacher, Serene too. In mind, you taught me Islam that way. Still teaching me. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب who believe in unseen. SERIGNE, Serene JAKHATIE, ABDOULAYE, and all my fathers. Serene Sally Mubarak, Serene Sally Mubarak, Mbaki, Mbaki, Serene Fallou Mbaki, Serene Fallou Mbaki, Serene Falu and Baki, 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 Serene Sally and Baki, Serene Falu and Baki, Serene Sally and Baki, Mubak, Mubak, Mubak. All praise be to God, Most High. All praise to the Lord, the Ra. Yeah. All praise to you, the King, the Malik, the Malik. All praise to you, the Rahman, the Rahim. All praise to you, the El Karim, you most glorious. All praise to you, Most High, El Hay. All praise to you, Yahweh. All praise to you, Allah. All praise to you, Allahu. Yah. Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan Kareem. Glorious Ramadan. I'll tell you some more stories, inshallah. Allah. Allah. Yahweh, Allahu, Yah. You ever see me play a drum, Koja? You ever see me play a drum, Koja? Khadija, Fifi. Sending prayers out to you, Grandmaster Miller, my chief, Sar Asimi, Master Sar Asimi. I send prayers out and greetings to you. To my sister May May, my poetical queen. Perhaps my last mentor in a way. Since Amiri's gone from the body. You've been there all along. My my first support, and I didn't even know who you were. I knew when God got ready for me to know, though. Without you, there would be no Ibrahim Al-Jahiz. So I was growing, watching you, Nikki, on soul. I was in love with you then. I've always loved you, May. My soul is always, my spirit has always loved you, May. I'm not one of them. I'm your brother Ibrahim that really loves you. I want you well and whole. I don't want you worried about people that think you the answer to all their questions, but you kind of like that, though. If that didn't happen, you might would let go and leave me. You need that. You need that, May. I ain't telling you what to do. You know, I speak my mind to you. And you know, I don't care what nobody has to say about it. If I get the unction from the Creator, I've said it. If I say I love you, May, I love you. When you call me and say you need me, I'm coming, May. Some kind of way. You my sister. And you great. You don't write no more. Well, you got me right now, so word from you on my book will mean a lot to me. If you do it, alhamdulillah. If you don't, it's okay too. You've had your influence upon me. You've impacted me. As a poet, as a human being. When I want to turn my face away and stop dealing with racism, I dealt with it so much in the 60s and the 70s, and I want to talk about other things. You make me aware that we still got to go back to the same old stuff all over again. Because, like I said in the poem, May, the beautiful ones are still not yet born. They still haven't been born yet, May. We were supposed to show light star travelers the way. We haven't evolved, May. We de-evolved as a species. We are pitiful. Now we know how to blow up the whole universe, but we don't have the spiritual capacity to sustain that knowledge. We don't have the humility to sustain such atomic nuclear knowledge. It's beyond our capacity to control it because we don't have the humility as we approach this holiness. This is the power that created the omniverse, and God's not going to let it happen this way. You're not going to do that. You're not going to destroy his omniverse. He will destroy what is on your planet before he allows that to happen. He's done it before, and he'll do it again. And we real close, and you fools are playing games on Facebook. Well, this is just what, 1 or 2, 3, my 3, maybe. Sometimes you think you got something, and them ain't it. Ask Judas. Ask Judas. He wasn't, you know, he was in the mix. He loved Jesus more, the one you call Jesus more than anybody else, but he loved him in the wrong way. Tell me, he said, did not love Judas? Yes, he did. He told him, he said, whispered in his ear, he said, you can go do what you're supposed to do. He knew what he had to do because he knew what he was thinking. He wanted to be the revolutionary to deliver them then, that way, by war. And that wasn't what the master was doing at that time. He was ahead of time. And he never did fall into Jerusalem from no Caucasoid mountains in Europe with no blonde, stringy hair, no bright blue eyes. I don't care when you get through with it. Why you do that stuff? Jesus looked like me. He had locks because he took the Nazarene vow that not a razor shall come upon their head. And he was that black Hebrew Israelite. Tell me why Moses was told to stick his black hand in his breast, and it came out. The word said it came out leprous white. If his hand had been white to begin with, it wouldn't have been a miracle. Tell the truth. Sheikh Ronnie, you taught me so much. You gave me so much love, man. We fought too sometimes, but you were my brother, man. You took me to some deep places, and I had some deep experiences with you. You impacted my life forever. Ronnie, maybe somebody will take this video to you that got some real more deity in them. They know who I'm talking about. Fami, he's a handsome man. Got more knowledge than should be allowed. I'm gonna get off of here now and see before I take off, start flying. Then y'all really be saying something really strange. I'm David Copperfield's half brother and stuff. Not, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know, ain't no gin up in. I don't eat them for lunch. I don't mess with that. I ain't got none of that up in here. All I got is God, what you call God. And it's not a performance because I ain't got no script and there wasn't no rehearsal time. That's for you, Coochie. That's for you. If you can do what I said, if you can do that, you can begin again. If you can't, don't come this way. Because I love you too much. You see what I'm saying? I ain't having it. It's for you, Coochie. And Jilly. ABDOULAYE JAKHATIE. One time, we went to visit you, and I would take my little money and try to buy you some fruits and things. To show you my love that way. I didn't have a lot of money, but I you know, what I did have, I'd bring you fruit, mangoes, and bananas. You one time asked Geesa, you said, why does Sheikh Ibrahim bring me mangoes and bananas and grapes and things? You said, I can't taste any of it. And I said, why can't you taste any of it, Father? You said when you was a little boy, you used to hang with Serena Abdullah, who became the Caliph of Tuba. So the kings of Tuba are the Mbaki, the Jakhati, and the Busos. Those are the kings and queens of Tuba, Holy Tuba. They are the foundation stones of this great holy place. This little holy place was growing. And it will be one of the safest places on earth when God gets to whipping some behinds here and elsewhere. And we're on the brink of that, and I try to tell these people. I don't know if prayers could hold that back. Not enough people praying for sincere. Remember in the Bible where Abraham bargained? He bargained for some people. He couldn't even find 5 righteous people in that city, if I'm not mistaken. And they were coming out when his cousin, whatever, Lot was coming out, his nephew. The Quran says that he made Abraham, Father Ibrahim alayhi salam, made his home in the hills high. He said, and Lot wanted to go down inside of Gomorrah and make his home down there. He went down there and ran into hell. He ran into men trying to break in his house to try to get to some people that was angels coming to see him. They wanted these men. They didn't want his daughters. They wanted the men. They wanted to have sex with the men. And they were upset. And the angels blinded them. They were groping around in the dark. And in both accounts, Lot's wife was turned to salt. If I'm not mistaken. Quran didn't talk about her looking back. The Bible does. She looked back. Because something in her was desiring that they were doing. She wasn't purified of that. And she looked back. Something in her wanted to experience that. And she became that destruction of that because she looked back and desired that. Be careful what you desire. And be careful of not knowing your desire. Your desire at your atomic core. The dandelion, you can cut it off at the top and it looks like the grass is cut, but a day later it's right back because you did not get that root out of you. You need a Gnostic shake to do that. Or something like that. You won't find that at the Vatican. You won't find that at the CME conference. And I got no manuscript talking to you people. Most of you summon book on them, if I y'all just deaf, dumb, and blind, and you're not returning to the path, and you don't know what the path is anyway. You don't care. You don't care about your soul. Mantle delay with Kadim, you believe in all the revealed books. What shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Shall he obtain the entire world and lose his eternal soul? There is a part of you that can be lost forever, even though the Atman is eternal. You don't know what I'm talking about. You in one box. God let me go in a whole bunch of boxes. He took me in a labyrinth of boxes, a maze, and somehow he brought me out and make me realize there wasn't none of that in none of them books I was reading. They all sitting out there looking real dumb because I don't need them no more. And now I understand why Bishop Carl F. Smith burned all of his books, and he was a learned man. He burned them all. But he had a white light around him when I went to see Bishop Carl F. Smith, who paid my tuition to finish Enon Bible College when some folk had attacked my scholarship and lied on me. I've been going through this crap all my life, and God has always been saving me from these dogs. St. Paul said, watch them dogs. Watch them dogs. Watch them. They're everywhere. And they like to be religious. I'm going to close out. Sierra and all my fathers. Specific ones, though. And my sheikhs and teachers, like Fahmy, who was Nurani to me. He's Nurani to me. He's the light bulb. I know who you are, boy. They don't know you, but I know you. You look, yeah, I know who you are, boy. You play human real good. Let them think what they want to think. I know what I saw. In Tuba. It's a magical city. What I mean by ain't no magicians and sorcerers. That's not what I'm talking about, fool. The greatest magician of all is the Lord of all the world. Look at all the glory and look at all the magic around you. Lord have mercy. You never even see it, do you? You can't see the stars here for all the traffic lights and things. You got to go to Tuba where the stars like come down and meet you at night, be slapping you upside your head and just stepping on your face and your nose. You got to go to Tuba. You got to see the night in Tuba. St. Tuba Wreck. Others built tar cars. You built holy cities. St. Tuba Wreck. St. Tuba Wreck. Derry Jeff, Father. Serene Sally Wreck. Let me get off here, which people think I'm crazy. I am. I'm crazy in God. Called God intoxication. Let me pray for those that believe in my prayer. Wow. 1.5. Yeah, she said she loved me. And when I'm offering up prayer, they look at me on the video like I'm Poot Butt Fred. I just sit there and watch how they do that, you know. No, baby. You're going to come in pink passion with some tinge of purple and love me down. You got to come to me like you came to Serene Sally. I don't think you can. You got to find that in your heart from God, because that's what it be now. In the Great Pyramid, the only thing that awaits you when you get to walking around examining the walls and holes in the wall and hear what I heard while I was in there, and I ain't telling you. It was the most beautiful thing I heard in the background. And I sat there for a long time down from the sarcophagus. And then I knew that the only thing that it was there for was for me to get in it and die. And I had about an hour left of the 3 hours. I had struggled up the grand gallery and my legs were hurting when I got to the king's chamber. I'm not telling you all this. Not right now. I'm not permitted. I'm being stopped. Read your books. Quote them. But they'll never bring you to knowing. You have to leave all that behind in the city of El Topo. You must bury all your previous photos, all your previous antiquated thinking, downloading, programming. Very few people can do that. I see all my Serenes, with some specific ones tonight during the sacred time of Ramadan in this most holy God's court. It sends a real angel to sit on top of his house. That don't say nothing to people, and they truly are lost. And I ain't put my Christian brothers down or none of that. I deal with the givingness of God that everybody has. Bring me your givingness. Fellowship. Share it. But don't be dogmatic. Because you ain't the only perception of that one truth, that one faith, that one God, that one faith, that one baptism. You got a very narrow perspective of that concept that is conveyed in the New Testament much later, 70, 80, 90 years after the so-called leaving of the one you wrongly called Jesus. Yahweh Shai. Thank God for you, Hebrew scholar. Chazawan. I love you, man. I love your humility. I learn from you. I don't agree with everything, but about 90% of it, about 99% of it, I agree with. You're a bad brother, man. I hope you see this video. Somebody get it to you. Chazawan, I think I'm pronouncing your name right. If I'm not, forgive me. It's a powerful name, Chazawan. Something like that. I'm going to go back and get that accurate and pray that I said it right. I have great respect and admiration for you, Chazawan. You got humility. You're not standing up beating people to death, calling beating knights and all kind of crazy names in the name of cry loud and spare not. You're speaking very soft and humble, but very loud, my brother. Your Hebrew is perfect. Your understanding of how to convey things is so compassionate. Compassion, Chazawan. It's compassionate, man. I like to sit down and talk with you, and just be in your presence, Chazawan, not to be converted to convert you or none of that dumbness. Just the fellowship with the greatness of your spirit as a human being. You come across that way in your voice. Voice does not lie about the tenderness in a person, and does not lie about the convictions in people, the ikan. Does not lie about the iman or the faith in people. This is what God honors. He honors our faith, not our doctrines, not our dogmas that separate and divide. He honors the totality of our being given to him, whatever we call him that. This is what I see, Chazawan. It's bigger than people have boxed it up to be. I love my Hebrew Israelite brothers. I am Hebrew Israelite. I'm high priest. Now, how that works with Islam, I'm not sure yet. But you can't do what they do with the Prophet Muhammad. Because Abraham alayhi salam had two sons. You go and see what Deuteronomy and Leviticus says about the rights going to the firstborn son. She was not just his bondwoman. Genesis also says, Barashith also says, she was his wife. And she bore his firstborn son. And that is the stone that the builders have rejected, Chazawan. And that's coming out of Ismail. So it began in Yaqub. It has to end in Ismail. And out of that 42nd descent came the orphan, who can neither read nor write. And he came with a revived law, as he was promised to come by Moses in the Old Testament, who said, from among your brethren he shall come, like unto me. And they asked John the Baptist, was he that one? And he said, no. And they asked the one they called Jesus, are you that one? The Messiah. And he said, no. There was one to come. And they tried to write off. They tried to turn into terrorists, blowing up buildings. Why did all the Israelis stay home that day? Why was this camera crew out there? People jumping around taking photos of it, waiting on it to happen. And they weren't Arabs. Am I saying something that everybody don't know? My life and death are for Allah, the Lord of all the world. And I sometimes call it Yahweh, Allahuya. My life and death are for Yahweh, Allahuya. Allah, as it is conveyed to my spirit. And you do with that what you want. Don't lock me down in your boxes, because you trapped in a prison cell you can't get out of. Don't come to me quoting when I'm telling you what I experienced. Don't come telling me about the Barzakh when I went in it and I saw what I saw with my own eyes in another body, more real than this one, in a flying chair that had power, more real than the one I'm sitting in. Let me get off here. They kicked me off of being too righteous, or whatever that is. And I ain't never told nobody I was righteous or holy or a prophet or none of that. I told you I was a nobody. And I intend to become the greatest nobody this world has ever known. Because the more I get out of the way, the more this body becomes the temple of the living Lord of the universe. And he can do with it whatever he wants now. He allowed me to live all my life for myself itself. And I turn that around now. And I ain't having nothing near me. Don't understand that. So wake up and understand this. My language and my words, don't pay attention to them. I talk to everybody this way. When it's time to talk soft, I talk softer than anybody else. That's not what this generation needs, Miss Kuja. That's not what you need all the time. You're not coming here to lead. You're coming here to follow and to serve. And I'm asking God to send you if that's what the case is. And if that's not the case, I'm asking this God that picked me up off the floor and held me in there twice, March the 7th, 1965 in this room. When I was too dumb to know dumb and knew nothing, hadn't read no books, drop out in high school. I'm asking this God of glory to keep you far from me. But I'm asking this God of glory to bring you real close to me if you're ready to be Khadijah. Or stay in synagogue with the rest of them dumb women. That's what I said. Put on tons of makeup, tons of it. Your beauty is messed up and marred by that, I think. You're too beautiful without it. Just a little bit. A little. Tuti. Not mubah, muburi. Don't become a mask. Well, we know that's false. Now, how can that be beauty? It's not beautiful anymore. It's not natural. Don't be like other women. You weren't called to be other women. You were called to the eye of his mercy, Miss Khadijah. And I'm the voice of the world right now, the spiritual center of the world. And I belong to nobody but God. What you call God. Am I angry? You better learn the difference in passion and anger. You got a problem. When I'm angry, I don't have nothing to say to people. Nothing. They can't find me. When I get angry with them, phone is off, TV's off, everything's off. I don't even want to be bothered with you no more. I ain't got time to be angry like that with the people I love, Khadijah. I need healing, and I need you to come heal me of all that. You know what I'm talking about. You got to heal me of that. You got to confess that to God during Ramadan. Get that cleaned out of you. I'm talking to you. God's talking to you. You know I can't play no drum. Don't play dumb. Yeah, I love you. You the mother of my son. Come get some more before I'm too old. I start looking like my age. I'll play you a little music though, baby. Come be my tenderness, you know, and my loyalty. Yeah, I love you. How can I not love you? We are the property of the Kadim. You are his sole property, Khadijah. He chose you. Out of all the women in Senegal, he chose you, Khadijah. Why did he do that, Khadijah? They will never be married inside the eye of his mercy. I wish I had that to do over again. I would even do all that different. Things I saw, I saw. Things I felt. Things I tasted. Things I heard. Testify to that what you seen, what you heard. Don't testify what you believe and testify what you know. Get off here. I got no script. I got no manuscript. But you know, let me get off here. Off this benediction. Give me a minute. Don't play with God. Don't play with what you call God. It's a divine presence. It's more than just a divine principle. I don't even know if this is recording. I pray it is. You know how the camera got way over there. Maybe it got the Holy Ghost or something. Shalom Aleichem to all my Hebrew, Israelite, and Jewish brothers that I love. Ashante to all my Indian brothers and sisters, and Namaste. And trying to remember what Chief Taliani taught me. I got to go back and read. He taught me some things about the greeting to Cherokee. And I pray much of you, Chief Talion. No, I'm not calling you that because I've mispronounced that long name. I'm calling you Two Bears. You know what I'm saying? And I don't told the world, it's one thing for one bear to get on your behind. But when you got two bears coming after you, you got problems. I saw a video about, what's that thing, Faces of Death, and this is so presumptuous. This white man got out of his car, he gonna get right up on the bear, two bears. He gonna get right up on the bear and try to take a photo. Huh? And the bear wasn't in the mood that day for no photographing. He wasn't hearing it. You know? Next thing I know, I saw his arm and the camera go in the bear's mouth, and his whole head went in the bear's mouth. Bear said, I'm gonna take your photo right now by taking off your head and your camera and leave you right here. Because why are you out here in my habitat taking photographs of me? Go take some photographs of your own self and make some works and transformations on that. That bear tore him up. Now, that was one bear. Now imagine you being two bears on somebody's chief. Man, you should have been in the movies. I ain't lying. You got that glow. I want the hat, chief. Somebody got to give up the hat, chief. Or one of the earrings to your boy. I love you, man. I want to meet you. Yeah, I do. Yeah. You, chief. You're great, man. You're great. You're a great soul, man. I feel it. I see it. Been feeling it for years. We were sent, man, and we went. We were sent, man. Grand Miller, Jim, SIAM, you. We were called. We were elected. We were chosen. We were elected. We were anointed. We were called. We were sent. We went, Chief. What they say that relationships on Facebook are superficial, are they? Internet teaches you more how to depend upon the movement of your spirit. People can write me something in the inbox and I know when it's negative. You can feel that energy jumping up and you get in touch with this energy. You know how to move it and utilize it. Seriously. Chief knows what I'm talking about. Both my chiefs know. They know the Great Spirit. You don't know it. You just believe in it. Mm. Habarigani to my Swahili speaking brothers and sisters. Nunga deaf. Mm. I don't want character. Nunga feed. Nunga deaf. Animal character. Nunga feed. Nunga deaf. That goes on for about an hour right down the street corner. I'm not lying. They got a rhythm with it. They get into it, man. You know, they get back and forth, and they be saying other things along with that, and they go right back to it. None of that. And I'm like, Kirk, Magnifique, how's your family? How's your home? They got that. Walking down the street, looking at people all strange in Senegal. They speak to one another. They do. See, Bow, man, you don't hear no gunshots going on. You hear people praying God, praising God all over the city at night, and you hear that in Tuba too. There's some people in that car that love God. I'm not wishing the ocean to come in on my people. But God is telling me, if they keep disrespecting this mantle the way they do, or have done, I don't know. I only convey what I'm told to say. And people can do with that what they want. You can't put his mantle to the side. This is the mantle of Serene Salihu. Mbaki, around my black neck. How you gonna come to it? Less than you came to my father? Nobody's gonna do that with me. I don't see people because they keep coming stupid, acting fools around the side of my house. How did you come to Serene Salihu? You want to call yourself Sheikh? You got responsibility for the souls to shake them, and you are not called to be Sheikh. And no, I'm not angry with you. I'm angry with your dumbness, with all your brilliance. Simmator. And I love you, and I don't care whether you get mad or not. You're not the Sheikh. You were to be the junior warden. You were to be the one to go and get disciples in Taliban and bring them to this mantle. And you got to pay for that. And you shall. Not because I called it down on you. I pray that your ignorance saves you. Let me do that with my right hand. Because I love you like my own son. Because that's what you are, but you ain't the father. You were to protect the father. And to bring them to the father. But you wanted them for you. I want them for God. For what you call God. Now I don't want to see nobody. Except those that know how to break through my terrain. My barriers and my... Sheree just walked straight on through everything. Just snatched the rest of whatever it was Sheikh Sai said remained in me. He sent her. Father's calling me. He sent her to take the rest of that out of me. It's gone. Jetna. Jetna! Don't come with nothing dumb to me. I'm not that person no more. They made me mature. I don't depend on them anymore. I got many brothers there that they knew what I was going through, but they can't speak English. Nobody's talking to them about me and what I'm trying to do for Serene too. You're wicked. You're wicked and you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. You translate it into French. You're gonna pay God. I'll tell you that this eighth night of sacred Ramadan from a most holy and most high God that sends angels to sit on top of his Kaaba, his holy Kaaba. I'm asking for one to sit on top of my house and terrify all these neighbors into right doing and to love a community again. I'm asking for what that angel. I want that angel or someone like him to come and sit on top of my house. You think I can get that close to God? To what you call it? Much love to all my real mystic lovers and all my real daughters and sons. Shola, I appreciate you. Half time you can't even get online, but when you do, man, post about. They block you, let them block you, then write a letter. What they blocking? Music that I can't play? Poems that I can't write? Not in less than 30 seconds? Huh? 5 seconds? Huh. How about 5 minutes? That's too long. They come one after another. Look at the dates on them, and they're all different. See, you writing. You folks is writing your poems. Get out the way, poet, so the poet can write your poem. The great poet. وَمَنْتَ بِاللَّهِ وَمَلَائِكَتِهِ وَكُتُبِهِ وَرَسُولُهُ رَسُولُهُ وَمَلَائِكَتِهِ وَكُتُبِهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. Wow, that's what you say you believe in. When you gonna know that? I talk to everybody. Everybody's suspecting me. I believe in all of the revealed books and all of the divinely sent messengers. You can't read Baba and Nanak's, what is it called? I don't want to mispronounce the name of that holy book. Go read it. You want to kill the Sikhs because they have their givenness of understanding. You got yours. And your capacity ain't like every Muslim. Get all the Muslims together and ask them what is a lot of them. They got 6 billion different answers that's coming to you. Ask them about anything. Let me get off of here. I want dumbness. Dumb the dumber keeps coming. I don't know what the dumbness is everywhere. Dumber, the dumbness keeps on getting dumber by the day. Dumbness tap dancing in the night on your windowsill. Oh, and in the daylight when the sun breaks, dumbness is cracking through the window panes of your life. Dumbness, the dumber. I just don't understand. The dumbness keeps getting dumber every day. Your mind is on vacation and your mouth is working overtime. I'm just a tiny little black poet. Nobody black poet. Mark Zuckerberg. Hey, young blood. I went to Harvard too. Made straight A's. I'm your Harvard alumni brother, not your enemy. I love you, man. I said I love you, man. You do with that what you want. You need love, man. I saw some people around you. Them people ain't loving you, man. No, bro. They're looking for what they can get. I'm not looking for nothing. I'm looking for you, man. I don't want your money. I don't want your power. I walk in the power of God. God is telling me to call out to you. You do with that what you want. I said I love you, and I meant that. I just don't like racism on your face, the book. It needs to go, man. This is 2018. Ain't that right? This is 2018. Well, y'all in time. I'm not. None of these beings around me are in time. You get off of here. Hotep. Praise be to the Most High God of heaven and earth, the Creator, the Sustainer, the Lord, the Ra, the Guardian, my protector, my lover. I'm not your slave. I'm your beloved.